Hi, I'm Erica. I am a personal chef, otherwise known as a professional meal prepper. I'm at Angelique and Ryan's apartment, and I'm going to do a vegetarian meal prep.
Our fridge is pretty sparse. Some cheese, soy chorizo, which really freaks my husband out. Eggs. We can both make scrambled eggs or hard-boiled eggs. And some beef franks for my husband to eat, but not much here. Not a lot of cooking happening in this house.
So my goal today is to make them a menu that appeals to both of them, satisfying for Ryan, but delicious and veggie-centric for Angelique. I'm doing a sweet potato and black bean chili with some cheddar cheese and chives on top. I'm gonna do a soba noodle salad that has delicious roasted veggies. I'm doing roasted red peppers, some shiitake mushrooms. The oven is preheated, that's great. Finally, I'm gonna do a white baked ziti, some more mushrooms, and some green veggies as well. I'm gonna make 3 to 4 portions of each item, which will give us about 10 total portions. I'm doing it in a composed meal prep style so that they can just grab and go out of the fridge. If they come home from work at the end of the day and they don't want to have to think about things, they can just whip them out of the fridge and enjoy a meal together. The groceries arrive from Fresh Direct. They're in the fridge. I'm gonna unpack them and get to cooking. As with any meal prep, my goal is to have something on my cutting board, in the oven, and on the stove at all times. I have my veggies in the oven, some water going on the stove for me. I'm working on chopping an onion on my cutting board. When it comes to feeding vegetarian food to an omnivore or a meat lover, I've always found that trying to get them to enjoy something like tofu or tempeh or any other meat substitute is a little bit of a lost cause. Just because if you do eat meat, a lot of times you want to eat the real thing when you're eating it. So the menu that I designed today is more about incorporating really great vegetable-driven proteins that are not tofu, tempeh, or like meat replacement based. So we've got some good beans, we've got some protein coming from the buckwheat noodles and the soba noodle salad, and of course we have cheese, dairy, and some delicious pasta, which I find appeals across the board. So I am getting the chili onto the stove, and what I have here is just my pot with peppers and onions sizzling away, and I'm gonna get my chili seasoning in there. And what you're doing here is called blooming the spices. So you're getting them into a relatively dry pan, and then you're cooking, some steam. You're cooking the spices a little bit just to get them to release a lot of their aromatic nature. These are gluten-free noodles, and with any gluten-free noodle, the best thing to do is get them into the water, and until the water comes back up to a boil, you want to be stirring. This helps prevent them from sticking. Once they're up to a boil, you are in the clear. Even if you do this trick, you might end up with some clumps. It's okay. Just pull them apart. So it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, I think. So I'm plating up the soba noodle salad and getting that out of the way. I work a lot with my hands. They're a tool, so I always am sure to make use of them, and I'm always sure to make sure that they're clean. You can see no rings. I don't paint my fingernails. They get rinsed many, many times throughout the course of cooking. I've got the chili almost done. It's just simmering away back there, and now I'm gonna focus on the pasta. I'm a huge fan of cheese. I don't think anyone in this family is lactose intolerant, so we're loading this up with cheese, which is a good source of protein. We've also got the white beans and the pasta together to make a nice complete protein in this dish, along with lots of good veggies, so we're still getting all that plant goodness. Now these are gonna go in the oven with little mozzarella balls. Okay, now I'm setting everything up to take a quick picture. I just like to document everything. And I really enjoy making food that looks as beautiful as it tastes. So that's what we're working with now. Let's see. Okay, I just finished up my cleanup here at Angelique's and Ryan's, and I'm taking out the trash and then headed out, and that is it for the vegetarian meal prep. Follow along with me on Instagram at fresh.erica. My website is fresherica.com.
Okay, just got home. Smells amazing. See what it looks like. Oh my God, there's so much food.
We really loved the white beans in the pasta, which made it really hearty even without any meat, so that was definitely a crowd pleaser. We liked the quinoa in the chili, was also really nice. It's definitely something that we would consider trying again ourselves once we get the recipes.